This trading strategy has helped me make tens of thousands of dollars during this 2025 crypto bull run, and I'm going to show you my exact strategy from start to finish. I'm going to show you the exact trade that I took here on XRP during this short decline to the downside. Don't forget to smash a like and subscribe. This is content that I usually leave in my trading course, but I'm going to give you this completely for free. The first thing that you're going to notice is my chart is quite bare. We don't have many indicators. We don't have crazy amount of lines drawn all over the chart because this strategy relies on the underlying strength in the underlying value of XRP or any currency that you are trading. Everything is shown within the candlesticks and my 20 exponential moving average. So it makes it easier to execute as there's not lines all over the chart. The first thing that I noticed here on XRP is that we were quite consistently coming into this supportive structure. Now, 3 times we bounced off this level without making a new all-time high or actually breaking down to a low. The first major move that we had out of this area was a huge decline to the downside. We had that huge flush, that huge liquidation event in early October. The first thing that I noticed is that this supportive structure had broken. And what do we know about supportive structures that have held consistently? Like we see here, this supportive structure held 3 times. Now, on a supportive structure that holds that long, especially in a strong bull trend, what's going to happen is it's going to then flip into a resistance. Now, you might just say, oh, how does a support just flip into a resistance? What you have to understand is that there were a lot of people long in this position right here. They bought in this market expecting price to continue to all-time highs. Now, once price had a huge decline, price was sitting below this $2 range, all of these buys were underwater. And what happens is when price finally comes back into their region, a lot of these initial buyers are now getting out of their position saying, thank you, I can finally exit at break even. But not only that, the underlying demand of new traders understands that there's going to be a lot of shorts opened in this position, because if you buy, how do you exit out of your position? You need to sell. So there's going to be a major amount of sell volume from old positions and also new positions when we come into this volume range. BingX, my crypto trading exchange, is now offering you $4,500 trading bonus sign up for free when you actually use the link in this video description and comment section. BingX is the trading exchange that I use for crypto. You get a massive offer and reduced trading fees. Now, once we get this huge breakdown in price, the next focus that I'm always looking at is this exponential moving average. Now, we can easily add the EMA, go to indicators, type in EMA, moving average exponential. Once you have it on your chart, you can double click, come over to this inputs and length section, make sure it's set to 20. The 20 EMA is extremely accurate for this style of trading. I'll also come over and change just some basic visuals for you as well. So now that we have this EMA, I'm only focusing on the slope. A positive slope up and to the right means we have a positive slope, and we only ever look for one type of trades for longs, because the probability of a continued upside move when the slope is up and to the right, like this area through here, that's when we only look for longs. But as I noticed through this area, the exponential moving average was down and to the right, means we have a negative slope. If we have a negative slope, there's only one style of trading that we look for, and that is shorts to the downside. The next point of interest that I'm always looking at is because once we initially had this major break to the downside, I'm looking for a retest of the exponential moving average. What I want to point out is that look where price was down here at this $1.50 range, but the average price was sitting here at $2.80. So when we actually look at the difference between the average price and that current price, the difference there was 44%. And what you'll notice is that when price finally comes back to the average right here, we're going to have a decline because price was extremely far away from the average price. Once a lot of algorithms finally reprice and see, okay, we're coming back to the average price that we haven't touched for multiple days. Actually, back here on the 9th of October, first time we touched it was 16 days later. So for 16 days, we haven't touched the average price. And when price comes back to the average, a lot of traders are going to look for a continue in the direction of the EMA. And as we see, the slope is down and to the right, a short is what has the highest probability. So where I actually took a trade on XRP was when we came right in this region right here, because we had finally broken above the EMA. We came back to the average price, but not only that, we finally came back into this perfect zone, this support to resistance flip. This is a high probability zone to look for a short, to look for a continuation of the trend. So what I then did is move down to a shorter term time frame, because the daily time frame is going to be hard to execute my trades, but I'm going to be using this daily time frame to actually basically get my entire trade set up to view the overall longer term trend, and then we move down to shorter term time frames. Now, this can work on any time frame. You can use this on the 4 hourly, even 5 minute, but this is the pattern that I notice on the daily. And I love to trade over multiple days, holding a trade for a week or 2 weeks, because I'm actually able to make a lot more profit over those few extra days that I'm holding the trade. So now what I'll do is I'll circle this region where I got into the trade, and I'm going to move down into a shorter term time frame, like the 4 hour or the 1 hour. There is where I'm going to be executing my trade. So this is the region that I was looking to execute my trade. Now, I actually entered my exact trade as we broke below this green doji bar, and we made our first continuation to the downside. Now, you might say, why was that my trade entry? Because right through here, we basically had a massive trading range where price was really struggling to break to the upside, also struggling to break to the downside. Now, the first breakout of this trading range was a strong break below this trading range. The first thing that I noticed is, okay, we do have a positive slope up and to the right, but this is a shorter term time frame. I need to be focusing on the longer term time frame, like the daily, because the EMA is actually down and to the right in this region, and this is where price was coming to retest that EMA before that downwards momentum. So that's why it's definitely advised to use those longer time frames first before we shuffle into these shorter time frames. So this red bar was the first signal that, okay, a lot of momentum, a lot of volume is now coming to the downside. There's obviously a huge trader now coming in and looking for an entry. Now, we did actually, now we'll scroll in, and we made a lower high. So in this region right here, we made a lower high in comparison to the previous high, but that wasn't enough to enter my trade. I waited for this entry below this green bar, because what that signaled to me was finally that we got a rolled over top, and now we're getting a lot more bearish momentum to the downside. I entered my trade right as we broke below this green bullish bar, doji bar, and then that's when we actually began to have huge momentum to the downside. So we first had this huge crash. We came back up, basically retested the EMA, retested the average price before we had another major downside move. And then my pattern basically shows itself again. We can see this area was quite consistently acting as a support. Price was bouncing many times, but once we got that solid breakout below, Look where price retested. Look at where this perfect candlestick comes in, retests the overall support that has been broken down, then continues. Nearly the exact same thing happened again. We have support multiple times. We get the breakdown of this small supportive structure. We get the retest of the support acting as a resistance, and then we get the continuation of the trend. This trading strategy is so consistent. I'm able to repeat this pattern over and over again. Let's continue. And I actually look to exit my trade on the bottom of the start of this bull trend. So we nearly caught the bottom, caught it about $2.39. It actually dropped a few cents lower, basically trading this like a trading range. And we could have taken another trade back here. We can see on the 4-hourly, price came back to the average and then had a very strong decline to the downside, over 6%. What I'm showing you here and why this trading strategy is so effective is because I use the longer term time frame to understand exactly where the longer term trend was heading, move down to shorter term time frames to be able to execute my trade, be able to understand where's a zone that I can look for an exit, where's a zone that I can look for an entry. And overall, whenever I'm taking a trade, I'm only ever risking a maximum of 3% on any trade. Now, if you have enjoyed today's video, leave a comment to see part 2 or to see more, because I'm going to be making more videos going over my complete trading strategy, showing you my exact setups, my exact entries, where I'd be placing my stop loss, where I'd be placing my take profits. If you want to see more, leave a comment, smash the like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.